Okay, it's May 20th, and we are frantically getting ready to hit the road this morning. We got Skookum packed up, not quite buttoned up yet. We're pretty ready to go. We're also taking a little trailer this time, and it is all buttoned up, ready to rock. Alright, the challenge is going to be getting Pooki out because she's under the bed. So this is a familiar story, but it's time to try and do that. So much last minute stuff. Part of the reason that we're rushing and harried is because I had a concert to do last night. So it's just been so much happening in just these last couple of days of trying to get ready to go. But I think we're going to make it. We're trying to get out of here early. We're going to stop at a friend of Jack's who is a mechanic, and he's going to kind of check out the bus and trailer and give us a little bit more confidence that everything's good and everything's going to go smoothly. Okay, here she comes. She's in her Space Pod backpack. We had a bit of a struggle getting her out from under the bed. It's okay, Shuggy Boogie.
It's okay. I know, soon enough you're not going to want to leave the bus.
Poor love. Okay, here we go. Jack is backing out. We're going to put his car in the carport, and then we are out of here. Pooki is protesting mildly. We're going to keep her in her pack for just a minute till we get going. Yeah, I'll let you out in just a minute, Shuggy Bug. Promise. Oh, I hope we have everything.
Yeah, well, you know,
we'll figure it out.
It's gonna be fun. Oh. Trying, sweet girl. Yeah, I'll get out of the parking lot soon. Are you filming?
Yes. This is history in the making.
Oh boy.
We're not real experienced trailer pullers. So.
Thanks for saying we.
Well, I haven't done it at all.
I know.
You have tons more experience than I do at this point.
Let's see if we can get into Joan's house here.
It just jackknifed a little bit, I think. That was just a trailer hitch. I don't think we actually hit anything.
Sorry, Joan.
Off again, back to Alaska.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. We love
Bye,
you guys.
Joan, I love you.
Thank you.
All right, we're almost out of the park. Here we go. All right. Okay, day one down. Here we are at Riverbend Campground. Unfortunately, they didn't have a river site open, so I gotta say it's a lot less spectacular if you're not by the river. It's kind of a ordinary kind of campground, so that's a little disappointing. Remote control car, that's gonna be fun. Yeah, so when you take the river spots out of it, it's just kind of an expensive campground, but we're very glad to be here, have the first day done, and we're gonna wake up super early and slip through Seattle, hopefully early on a Sunday morning. It won't be so stressful. We'll see. Shadow and Skookum had a fine first day together, and we're tired, so at least we're stopped now for the night, and hopefully Pooki will come out pretty soon. She yowled for about the first hour and then mellowed out. So hopefully we will see the princess before too long.
Hello there. Welcome to Riverbend Campground. I hope you're enjoying your stay.
Okay, time to settle in for the night. Yay. Good morning. We're getting ready to hit the road. It's very early. We're going to try to slip through Seattle while it's quiet on a Sunday morning. Getting the bus all buttoned up. Jack is adjusting the mirror out there because it's too tight to do it by hand, and he was having a hard time seeing. Apparently there is some flooding in British Columbia, and that might affect our route, apparently. We'll see. Probably snow melt, I would imagine. But that's the plan, that's the mission for this morning. Okay, here we go. Mission, get through Seattle. Get into Canada. Out of the campground, and we stopped at the corner here to top off the tank and get another cup of coffee at Quinn's Coffee Stand. Extra fuel for all the tanks. Woo. What a ham. So far, so good. Getting through Tacoma area was a piece of cake, a little light rain, a little light traffic. And so that was a good combination. Not too heavy on either of those issues. And we're getting close to Seattle, and it's still looking pretty good. We're cruising. Woo. All right, we are through Seattle, and it went really well, actually. Very much less stressful than either way last year. Of course, that's easy for me to say because Jack's been driving, but it wasn't too bad. And we're just cruising along, headed to the border.
Continue on Goodwin Road for 4 miles.
We're just a few miles away from the border now, and it's interesting to me that this last few miles before we hit Canada is just this winding drive through beautiful countryside in northern Washington, and it's really very lovely. Since the bus is very noisy to travel in, that's one of the downsides of traveling in a Skoolie, is that it rattles and it bangs and it squeaks. It's really hard to hear the GPS lady, so we hook up the big speaker down here, so she's very loud. So we're not gonna miss any of these turns. But yay, almost to Canada.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto North Telegraph Road.
And here we are at Customs. Wow. There's a wee bit of a line, a little bit of a wait, but it doesn't look like it's going to be bad. Well, alrighty then, we are successfully across the border. We are in Canada, and we're hungry as bears. Gonna look for some food, because we took off quickly this morning and really had nothing to put in our bellies. So yay! Oh, Canada! Say what? Oh, down there. Okay, cool. How do we get down there is the question. Oh, we probably keep going straight, and I assume. We're not supposed to drive off the cliff.
Yeah. Or maybe we're supposed to get taken. Maybe we made a left, but we didn't make a left soon enough.
Maybe. Well, we can't turn around here, so I'm gonna have to keep going a little ways. Okay, we saw the campground, but we gotta turn around because we didn't make the correct turn. And hopefully we can turn around before too long. Uh-oh. Yeah, I guess we were supposed to turn earlier. No, we can't try to turn around here.
No.
Well, I don't know. We're going to block the whole highway for quite a while. You're good, you're good. Got many feet to go before you run out of room. Yeah, it's just, we just don't have enough space to turn around here. It's gotta be, maybe this road has to go somewhere. It's gotta be a road to somewhere that we can turn around. Nice try, though.
Thanks.
This is beautiful. It's actually a stained glass billboard here. Bless you. Obviously it's morning. We're about to start day 3 of driving. Buttoning up the bus. This place wasn't bad. It's in Ashcroft, which is about 4 miles off of the highway. And trains constantly all night. And that's okay with me because I'm used to trains. The trains up there in Alaska and Talkeetna and at our lake are kind of, you know, soundtrack of my childhood. So, but there are lots of trains here, like all night long, and they all sound different. They all do different chords with their horns, which was kind of cool. As I laid there awake listening. Anyway, we are about to shove off, and we'll make it past Prince George today. I'm not sure where we'll end up stopping. Maybe the Red Goat Lodge again. That's what we did on the way down. It's been interesting how our travel days have totally not lined up with past travel days, so it's not like we're stopping at the same place every time, which is great because we're getting a whole list of places that we know and work for us. So yeah, we're going to be Alcan Highway sourdoughs pretty quick here because this is our 3rd time on this highway, so feeling pretty experienced at this point. I'm also feeling really tired today. Oh, it was so stressful getting ready to go. This last week was just really intense for me because I did that choir concert the night before we left and practicing for that and just having the focus of that. When I'm backing up a choir, I take that as a huge responsibility. So those are the gigs that I get uptight about, because if you're accompanying a choir and you make a major mistake, you're throwing a whole bunch of good people off the bus or under the dock, or no, under the dock, under the bus, off the dock, to the wolves. Like I said, I'm really tired this morning. My brain is just not functioning. So yeah, but we're buttoned up here, and I think we're about ready to go. And day 3 is about to commence. We'll see what we see. All right, the captain's laid in a course. He's about to expertly shut the door and back out. And we begin day 3. Headed to Prince George. We'll see if we get further than that today. We don't know. Here we go, though. Engage. I'm not sure what all those... Oh, it must be graduating high school classes. Put those up there. Oh, how funny. What an interesting tradition. You just never know what you're going to see. Saying goodbye to Ashcroft. Heading to Prince George. Day 3. Okay, it is day 3. We stopped a little early this evening because we're staying at this place called Mama Yeah. And we stayed here on the way up last year, and it's a great place. And the guy who runs it, his name is Edward, and he's just hilarious. He's just got such a positive, joyful kind of energy about him. He's just sweet as can be. And so yeah, we're here. It's a rainy, cloudy, quiet spot. It feels much nicer here than the last 2 places we stayed because we didn't have privacy at the other places, and this is really nice.
And it's a very sharp turn. If you ever want to come here, just beware. And
when you're heading north, it's kind of downhill, and
yeah, and so it comes up quickly. So I ended up slamming on the brakes, and hopefully Pooki didn't go flying along with all the other stuff. Everything just kind of shifted.
Things went flying, but that's okay. I think everything survived.
Yes.
We did.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
That's good. So yeah, I've got my jammy pants on promptly, and I'm getting into this lovely bed.
And I followed suit.
To just chill for the evening. So here we are, Mama Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently Pooki could sense right away that we were in a more private spot, because she came out right away. Whereas yesterday and the day before we were in little RV slots. Back up, Pooki. And there's people right next to us talking, and she just stayed under the bed for a long time. She came right out this time to see what's going on. And then last night, after it was quiet in the park, she spied on the neighbors all night. It's morning at Mama Yeah. We're buttoning up, getting ready to hit the road again for day 4 of our adventure back to Alaska. And it was nice and quiet last night, and we slept a lot, and it felt good to just quit early and rest. Jack is going to come out and try to get more Rain-X on the windshield, because it's a little spotty. The wipers are still a little spotty like they were last year, and it's just a little security measure. I want to show you guys around Mama Yeah just a little bit. It's really, it's not bad. I mean, you can hear the highway, so it is kind of noisy in that regard, but at night it's not very loud at all. All right, we'll see how far we get today. It's another day on the road. Back to Alaska. Da 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 da. What are you doing, Jeffrey?
Just spoiling the tires. Giving them lots of attention, as they seem to be extremely important.
Tires, yes.
No, I'm tightening the Schrader valves.
Okay. Tightening the Schrader valves. Sounds important.
This device right here, this was snug.
Right now I've been hearing all night this bird that goes, and then I'll hear a golden-crowned sparrow going. So we have very, very melodious sparrows around here. And they're all getting excited about spring. Love that. It's brought out the Bluetti to provide power to the pump, so he can check the pressure on the tires and make them just perfect. And there's that sparrow again. See, this Bluetti comes in handy for many reasons, not just charging our phones and computers. It's really great to have a portable source of power for moments like this when you want to electronically check your tire pressure and all that kind of stuff. It helps to provide a safer ride as we're getting close to the parts of the highway that could get really rough. It's been pretty smooth so far, but we're not done yet. I'm not going to make you watch that. That's boring. We're just trying to show you the technical, mechanical side of the journey, you know, for the motorheads. Keep it interesting. Leaving Mama Yeah, moving on. Heading back out to the 97, and then we'll get through Prince George and hook up to the 16. At this point we are still on the 16, and we're headed towards the junction of the Cassiar Highway. Be there probably a couple hours from now, I assume. And it's turning into a very pretty day. Lots of pretty yellow flowers and little sunshine and just getting pretty. Yay. And we begin the Cassiar Highway. Today we see many bears. We have decided we are going to push on to what we call the bear campground that we missed coming down, but saw all the great bear life going up last year. So I'm excited. Let's see what we see. It's a beautiful evening. area. We are pulling into Mezzadin Lake Provincial Park, aka the Bear Campground. Of course, I've been ready with my camera ever since we got on the Cassier, and we have not seen one bear. Oh, but it's going to be really nice to be here tonight. And this time we can probably pull down by the lake, which would be very groovy. Don't see any reservation sign or anything. Oh my goodness. I hope we're good here. Wow. Well done, driving hero.
Thanks, sweetheart.
How's this for a camp spot, folks? Oh my. This is my crazy cooking venture for tonight. I'm browning the sausages in the pan, and I have it in the pit ring, the fire ring, to block the wind from the lake so my little one burner won't go out. I'm going to brown the sausage, and then I'm going to put water in there, boil the water, dump some macaroni in there, let the macaroni and the sausage boil together, and then put some cheese on it after we drain the water. It's so crazy, it just might work. That's pretty weird. So at this point it looks like a big mistake in the making. But you know what? I think it's gonna work. I'll be back. I'll give you a peek at what it looks like at this juncture. I think it's going to be good. Alright, I think this is turning out fabulously. I'm going to give that cheese a minute to melt. I'm going to cover it back up again. And then unfortunately we're going to eat inside because of that there generator. It's really just annoying as hell, and it smells a little gassy. Fortunately, it will be going off in about 45 minutes because they don't let generators run after 8. Okay, this is looking good. Oh yes, and I also made us lovely salads with what we had left. And unfortunately I brought them out here and then realized that generator just was not going to make it work. So, we will go inside and have a nice bus dinner. Are you playing nosy neighbor already? Welcome to Pooki's houseboat. Ooh, that's strong. Kept making it stronger every day. Here.
Thanks, good. Oh, it's actually heavier.
Oh, Pooki's doing a backwards pee. She gets in there and points her butt the wrong way sometimes. It's really lovely. Good morning, Pooki. Oh.
Here we go. Here we are.
Let me get a good view of the milepost, because the milepost, between GPS and the milepost, show them the milepost on that camera. Yes, this is the Bible for people traveling north. Here. Wow. Very good. So here at the Mezzadian, we do not have data connection, even with our hotspot.
You just have a string.
So we're looking in the milepost and figuring out our route today, even though we know it. We're just confirming.
So we started from Prince George all the way out here on the 16, went west on the 16 to Cassiar Highway 37, and from there we went all the way up to the Mezzadian
Not sure how to pronounce
Junction. Yes, and we are at the Mezzadian National Park here.
Provincial Park.
Provincial Park.
In Canada, eh?
Ah, hey, take off, Ozu.
I haven't heard that in a while.
Beauty, eh? And then today we are going to take the Cassiar Highway up north through Telegraph Creek, Dease Lake.
Dease Lake, that lake, some lake.
Not these nuts, these lakes. We keep going till we get back to the one, or not back to the one, to the one, the Alaska Highway.
The new one.
Oh, okay.
Because the first Canada highway is called 1, too.
Mm-hmm. And that was way over here.
That was
by my shoulder.
And so then we're going to turn.
We're going to turn left on Highway 1.
See, it says to Teslin, Alaska.
Yeah.
Highway.
And by then we'll probably have GPS so we can track it on our phones.
Yes. And that, my friends, is how it's done. Right, Pooki? It is a gorgeous morning on Lake Mezzadian. Oh yeah, just beautiful. Of course, the trick is every morning we gotta button everything up and put everything away. Sunday we'll get this bus really organized. We did add some drawers and things, which is helpful. It's a little better than last year. We're going to be traveling with dirty dishes tonight because I didn't see a spigot. I didn't want to carry it up somewhere, and so we'll deal with the dishes when we get to our next spot today, which will probably be Teslin. But in the meantime, where do we put this stuff so it can travel? And by the way, dinner came out really good last night. It was really filling and yummy and satisfying. So that plan of cooking everything together in the one pot actually really worked.
1, 2, cha cha cha.
You get the idea. We have to button everything up. Ooh yeah, that windshield's going to be nice and clean for filming all the bears we're going to see this morning as we pull out of here. So apparently there's a resident wolf pack here, and I heard them howling this morning, but unfortunately I was in the bathroom and didn't have a camera with me for obvious reasons. But that was pretty cool. I heard them howling and I thought, wow, that sounds like wolves. And apparently it was. Also heard a loon, which always melts my heart. It's been pretty chilly in the mornings, but not so chilly that we've bothered with starting a fire. We haven't had to have a fire this entire trip so far. It seems like summer is a lot more advanced than it was when we left last year, but we left only 3 days earlier last year. So it's interesting. There's just a tiny bit of snow here, some little chunks in the shadows. Last year there was a lot. Look at him go.
Hi, friends.
Okay, we are leaving Lake Mezadian and headed to Teslin today. Yukon Motel is our destination. Good showers, little restaurant. We love that place. And we're hoping we're going to see some bears this morning. So I am ready. This is Mezadian Junction, or Mezadian. We haven't figured out how to pronounce it yet. And this is where we hang a right, and we are on the Alaska Highway. We're going to the Alaska Highway, actually. We'll still be on the Cassiar for quite some time, but going in the right direction. Jack is, of course, checking the oil, making sure everything is perfect. Shadow is doing wonderfully so far. Our tiny little trailer is doing okay. Today we're having a breakfast of champions, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.